biggest downfalls for medium-sized businesses is the struggle to qualify and convert online leads into bottom line results. From a marketing perspective, the biggest issue is often that the leads are not tracked. You don't know where the leads are coming from, and it's literally money that's being pushed down a drain, a big black hole, and you never know what you're going to get. And often it looks like smoke and mirrors. That's very expensive. Manas, I would like to know from a business analyst perspective and working with systems, what is the biggest downfall for medium-sized businesses to convert leads into sales?
Well, Lillian, what we find with most customers, is that they don't have a means to track those leads from start to finish in a simple application or a CRM system or whatever it may be, and nor do they have a dashboard of some sort that is just a management dashboard for daily and weekly management of the actual leads, where they came from, and the analysis of those leads, in order to make it better as you move forward. So often the trap is just simple. Even if customers got a CRM system of some sort, is that they don't use it well, they don't know how to implement it, and they don't know how to manage it on a day-to-day basis with their sales reps or sales people to make that information meaningful and to drive proper forecasting. A company in these days cannot afford to not know what's going to happen next month and the month thereafter. So they often fall into that pitfall of everybody just works hard and try their best, but there's no real visibility of what's happening.
Never know what you're going to get. Thank you, Manas. Errol, from a sustainable sales performance perspective, and you've got years of experience, all three of us have years of experience in marketing and sales. From a sustainable sales performance perspective, what are the biggest downfalls for medium-sized companies in terms of getting to sustainable sales?
Lillian, every organization that has a sales team should have a person in that sales team with enough knowledge, experience, and expertise to guide the team. This is the resident sales guru. Normally, that person is the sales manager, but my experience is that few sales managers today are qualified and experienced well enough to provide the guidance for the teams that allows them to focus on the right leads, the right conversions, the right activities in the process that not only eventually wins a deal, but takes them through the sales cycle associated with that particular industry or company as quickly and effectively as possible. So people will chase leads or engage with companies or meet with people without clearly understanding what the conversation is, the flow, the cycle, and spend a great deal of time progressing the sales opportunity, a significant amount of time and effort down the sales cycle before they learn that it's not real. So from my perspective, the thing that most mid-size organizations lack is good sales management. And by that, I mean coaching, expertise, guidance, management, in order to ensure that salespeople are doing the most effective things correctly at the right time in order to convert the leads they have into sales opportunities.
Thank you, Errol. And we often see that big gap, if you want, in businesses because there's simply a lack of depth when it comes to management and the level of management in organizations. Yes. Because of the quick progression, often through the proverbial ladder in business as well. So we promised that we would also offer solutions, and from a solution perspective, marketing-wise, everything needs to be tracked. If you have a Google Ads campaign, for example, or a LinkedIn campaign, you must know I pay X amount and these amount of leads are converting. That is what is recorded in my dashboard, in my system that Manas is speaking about, and you have to pull it through to the sales pipeline that can be worked on and coached on as well. So marketing must become a tool that supports the business, that supports sales, that supports strategy, and not just be a big black hole where stuff falls into. It must be tracked. Manas, from a systems and a dashboard perspective, in medium-sized businesses, what is one potential solution for medium-sized organizations to convert sales?
Yeah, Delian, and this is the beauty of the era that we now live in, is that software has come a long way. In my earlier days in ERP implementation, it was big clunky software on a big server, and it was a long, difficult process to get it installed. These days, you can build apps, custom-made CRM apps in this case, as we talk about now, literally in a couple of weeks, and you can have it up and running in month 1, have a dashboard up in month 2, and there you go, measuring and actually seeing where your data is going. And that's what we are experts on now, is that we help customers to define and build, CRM apps. We call them CRM apps or pipeline management apps or sales management apps, very quickly and very simply with no-code, low-code platforms. Where you don't need to buy big expensive pieces of software. It's cost effective, it's quick, it's simple, and it can be adapted as you go along. Where you start doing something that's maybe more specific, like launching a new product later on or whatever, and you need specific data to be captured around that, it's very quick and very easy. And that's where we come in. The same with dashboards. The word dashboards in the olden days was also another big piece of software. These days, it's all cloud-based. It's very simple. It's drag and drop. You build a graph, a pivot table, something like that, that's very useful to look at and change it and adapt it overnight. And that's our solution that we bring to customers, something that's quick and simple to get up and running, and that's meaningful and very specifically talks their language. Not everybody talks the same language in sales. Some companies have got long, very complicated sales stages and processes. Other companies is a very quick and very simple process, and the system must talk their language. It's not one size fits all.
Thank you, Monis. Appreciate that. Incredibly important that it should be custom. It is not something that fits all companies or sizes. Yeah. Errol, from a sustainable sales performance perspective, what is one potential solution for companies to convert those leads to sales?
You've got to take it back to the old saying that says you can't manage what you can't measure. And from a sales management perspective, I absolutely want the ability to be able to see what's happened to every lead that's generated out of the marketing pipeline, that's dropped into the sales pipeline and is on its way to a potential deal. And I want to be able to see that at a team level, at a division level, at an individual level. And I want to see that against meaningful key performance indicators. What is my performance versus target for the week, for the month, for the year? What is my margin performance for the day, for the week, for the year? How am I tracking against the company's expectations? How are individuals in the team performing or overperforming? So that I can manage performance. If we've got marketing that is well structured and delivers meaningful leads into a sales pipeline, and we've got the dashboard tools that Monis talks about that allows us to track every step of the process and every person in the process, I can now manage performance accurately. I can manage and reward good performers. I can coach or manage with consequence poor performers. And by the way, I want to be able to sit in the morning with my first cup of coffee and see those key performance indicators on my cell phone because it's cloud-based. And you cannot sustainably drive sales performance if you don't have those tools and that ability in your organization.
Excellent, thank you. And I think from everything you heard, the biggest downfall is I can't see, I don't know what I'm paying, what it's costing, to I can track it, I know exactly what's happening, I have full view, and I can even do it on my cell phone. So there's a link below this video. That's the next step for you to understand more, learn more for your business to help you to get to sustainable sales performance from lead generation to that sale, the real sale at the end of the day. Look out for the link and the next video. Thank you.